All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and great glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachahak Radah. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to the elect pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in truth and in sincerity. All right, in this particular video, I want to touch on some breaking news. Information has came out that Russia is giving Iran intel on where U.S. Personnel is at, or where U.S. people are at, or machinery, so they can get their strikes right. And hey, that's Russia playing a guard to them, man. All right, and not just that, I heard that Russia and China naval forces has entered the battle as well. So hey, you got Ezekiel 38 jumping off of the page. You got Russia being a guard to these little nations. He's giving Iran, information. I'm pretty sure satellite imagery that lets them know exactly what's going on in Tel Aviv, Israel, Salakia. And Iran just issued a nuke warning saying that they're going to nuke. This is what I heard. Now I want to hear them say it themselves, but I just heard that they said they're going to nuke Tel Aviv and then wipe that shit off the face of the earth. So, hey, that's some breaking news. I want to look more into that. But anyway, let's get this. It's Ezekiel 38. And let's start at, let's get to point 7. And we read, "Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company, Salakia, and all thy company that are assembled unto thee." Salakia, I'm driving right now. All right, and here's the point. All right, it says, "And be thou a guard unto them." That's right. So that's what Russia is doing to these little nations, man. All right, it's being a guard unto them. All right, defending them, giving them intel, supplying them weapons. All right, they're strong allies, and Iran and Russia are very, very strong allies. They go back in the day to the Soviet days. But anyway, let's hop into this.
Fox News contributor Dan Hoffman, former director of the CIA's Middle East Division. Dan, great to have you with us. I guess, your headline take on where things stand right now, and then we do want to get into this issue of what Russia is providing in terms of intelligence, but your overall picture as you watch this activity, particularly in Lebanon today.
So we are seeing widening of the war, and Hezbollah predictably has launched attacks on Israel in support of Iran. But really the story of this war is the extraordinary tactical successes from the United States military, decapitating Iran's leadership, destroying their ballistic missile inventory and their drones. Those efforts are ongoing. We own the skies, and we've seen an incredible fusion.
They said that. They say they own the skies, which they really don't. All right, they got some shit over there, America, they got some shit, but, Iran got some shit too. Hypersonic missiles, they got drones that cost them about $20,000 to make. And it costs America about a couple mil to just shoot one of them down. So the math ain't mathing with that. So they don't really run the skies per se. You know what I mean? But they do got some nice shit up there that Iran can't fuck with. B-2 stealth bomber. The B-1 bomber too. Certain shit that Iran can't fuck with, but they got hypersonic missiles. So it's like, all right, you kind of got the sky game. You just won that, but they got the ground game. And Trump said he want to send some troops over there. Iran's, I don't know what his title would be, but I would say defense secretary, a diplomatic, talking head. He said, basically, they ready for a ground invasion. They ready for that. You go to Joel 2:20 when America really goes over there and they in the Middle East, so-called Middle East, but be brought over there into Saudi Arabia. They said they're going in World War III, they're gonna get fucked up, and it's gonna be like Venezuela. They go over there and they just shit it on them, and the soldier that survived, he's looking at America like some godlike power. Which that is a superpower on the left-hand side. Salaka, these mugs can't drive worth a damn in Mississippi, man. As soon as you want to do the work of the Lord and you driving, them demons is going to really start fucking showing out. Anyway, let's play the rest of this. I'm about to pull up on my destination in about 2 minutes. So let's get there.
Of our intelligence capabilities so we can find and fix these targets and then finish them with precision strikes. Now, where we go from here that we'll all be tracking, the Israelis used to like to say that they would mow the lawn when they had to mount these counterterrorism operations that did not result in eliminating the threat permanently. If we do not arrive at some sort of a permanent solution here, either a change in the regime in Iran or a change in their behavior, then President Trump is right. We would have to look at coming back and doing this again, which is why I think the president wants to induce Iran to make a deal. That's what this has always been about from the very beginning when we...
Well, Trump just came out and said no deal unless Iran totally surrenders, which that ain't fucking happening, man.
Deployed our military assets to the region. It's about Iran coming to the table in good faith with no intent to rebuild a nuclear program or have a ballistic missile capability or proxy terrorist network that can threaten the region and beyond.
And just so everybody can see, this is what President Trump said to Reuters. We are going to have to choose that person along with Iran. We're going to have to choose that person. He also had a Truth Social post today saying that unconditional surrender was what is going to be demanded here. Dan, because of your experience with Russia, could we...
Unconditional surrender. Don't ask for shit, just surrender. Give up your arms, your ballistic missile program, your nuclear program, go 0% enrichment. Really, they don't even want Iran to exist. They want to take over that, that little spot right there.
Please talk about this Washington Post headline. Russia is providing Iran intelligence to target U.S. forces, officials say. This might not become as a surprise to you, but it will be very unwelcome news, I imagine, at the Oval Office.
It's old news. The Trump administration is well aware of this, going back to the first Trump administration when the Russian intelligence was providing the Taliban with intelligence to kill our soldiers there. That's just what they do. That's their currency in return for receiving Iranian drones and having Iranians create build these drone factories in Russia. The Russians provide tactical and strategic intelligence on their main enemy, the United States. Now, it hasn't really had a whole lot of effect. We're doing pretty well in spite of whatever Russian intelligence is making it.
Which they not doing well. And we can end this right here. Because, Esau, he's being exposed. He ain't nothing but a fucking liar. You got videos coming out that, hey, Iran bombing the shit out of them. All right? With America's fucking help. Not just Tel Aviv, Qatar, other spots. He fucking everything up. All right? The week's not just saying that they strong. Hey, Iran popping off back, yo. Hey, you know how like that kid that getting bullied a lot? How, hey, that one day he just popped back off? That's Iran right now. But anyway, hope you can take something from this. I arrived at my destination. With that, I'm going to say shalom.